India and you guys are watching me on my YouTube channel Serah Reads, and I hope all you guys watching this video are doing well and good. So today in this video I'm going to talk about the best books for young adults or the best books in the genre young adult fiction. So without any further ado, let's get started. So the first book that I'm going to recommend today is The Sun Is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon. So this story is narrated by three persons. The first one is Natasha, second Daniel, third the universe. Okay, if we take Natasha, she's a girl who does not believe in fate, destiny or anything like that. She's a person who believes in science. And Daniel, okay, he wants to become a poet. He's a dreamer, but he is actually living in the expectations of his parents. Yes, he wants to be a poet, but his parents wants him to be a doctor. So therefore, he decides to attend an interview, for a college. Okay, and if you take Natasha, she actually lives in Brooklyn. Both the character Natasha and Daniel lives in Brooklyn, and Natasha has to depart back to her own country, Jamaica, due to some legal issues, and she could never ever come back to Brooklyn. And on the last day in which Natasha is going to be in Brooklyn, she and Daniel meets. Yes, they actually talk about a lot of things. Okay, and if we take Natasha and Daniel, they have nothing in common. As time proceeds, Natasha has to go back to her country. Okay, and if we take Daniel, he wants to attend the interview, but they fell in love the last day. Will they unite? Will they fall in love? Will they get married, or will they become lovers? If you really want to know them all, read the book. So the next book that I'm going to recommend today is 5 Feet Apart. So in this story, there are mainly two characters, Stella and Will. Both of them are diagnosed with cystic fibrosis. Okay, it's a very deadly disease. Okay, and there is no medicine yet to be found for that disease. Okay, and both of them are diagnosed with it, and also they are staying in a hospital. If it takes Stella, she likes to be in control, the control of medicines. She lives by the schedule of the medicines, doctors, hospitals, checkups, etc. And she is a kind of a person who wants to live, who wants to live her life, who wants to survive this disease. But on the other hand, Will does not want to survive. He does not want to live. He don't care about the medicines, checkups, surgeries, etc. He have a lot of money, but still he don't care about any of the things. And one day, actually, Stella and Will, they fell in love. Two persons who have diagnosed with cystic fibrosis have to always maintain a distance of 6 feet between them. Yes, if they come any closer to each other, there will be a chance of cross infections which could literally lead to death. So they could never come, together or come near to each other. They have to always maintain a distance. And yet, Stella and Will fell in love. Yes, they love each other. After meeting Stella, Will develops a kind of a feeling to live, to survive. On the other hand, Stella is dying. The question this book asks us is that, can you love someone you can never touch? Think about it. So this book teaches us about a lot of things, especially hope, the importance of hope in life, the importance of having a positive attribute to our life no matter what happens. The book which tells about the fate, how fate can literally change your life, and what's destiny. So I want every single person watching this video to read this book. It's a literally an emotional roller coaster, and I want everyone to read this book. So the next book that I'm going to recommend today is one of my favorite work, and which I want every single one watching this video to read it, and that is Life Is What You Make It by Preeti Shenoy. So in this book, the main character Ankita Sharma, so she's a very bright, outstanding student, and she is doing MBA in a very prominent college in Mumbai. Now she have literally everything. She have good brain, good beauty, good physique, everything. She has the world under her feet. And after 6 months, she's in a mental hospital. Actually, this book talks about the importance of mental wellness in our modern life. Like in our life, which is not discussed widely, and therefore I'm saying this book should be read by every teenager. At certain point we feel a familiarity to the story. Yes, at certain points we feel that it can be our friend's story, maybe ours too. But the thing is, this book can teach you a lot of things. How you can, get back your life. And in this story, Ankita, okay, she has everything under her feet, yet she become a mental patient. Yet she becomes zero. And she literally starts everything from zero to a hero. That's the point of the story. This book teaches about you how to survive things, how to survive mentally. Physical health is important as much as that mental health is also important. So this book talks about a lot of things which I want everyone to read this. Ever I'm recommending this book to everyone. And the next book, Life is What You Make It, also by Priti Shenoy, is a sequel to that book, which I want also you guys to read it. So this story is actually the sequel, not a series, actually a sequel to that book. You guys can actually read this book without reading that book. I have also read this book firstly. And in this story, she she come back from mental hospital. She have a very good nice mental health, and this book talks about her afterlife, which is also not talked that much, right? So this book talks about her afterlife, which is also literally good, and I want everyone to read this book as well. So the next book that I'm going to recommend today is A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson. So I have recommended this book 1,000 times, and again I'm going to recommend it. Okay, in this story, she decides to take a case for her school project. It was a case of the murder of Auntie Bell. Yes, Auntie Bell, and she decides to investigate it, actually re-investigate it for her school project. According to authorities, Auntie Bell was killed by her boyfriend, Sal Singh, and this Sal Singh have committed suicide. But Pip clearly knew that Sal Singh was not committed suicide. Actually, he was killed. And Auntie Bell was not murdered by Sal Singh, because both of the characters, if we take Sal Singh, he's a very innocent person, he could never do that. And Pip, along with Sal Singh's brother Ravi Singh, she sets up to investigate that case. It's really thrilling, and I want every teenagers out there read this book. Consists of a lot of twists and turns which does not give you a single hint about who the killer is, and I want everyone to read this book. And after this book, there are two books as well. The first one is The Good Girl Bad Blood, and the last one is As Good as Dead. Okay, in the book Good Girl Bad Blood, Pip investigates a missing case, an ongoing case, and let's see whether if she found him or not. And the last book, As Good as Dead, it literally blew my mind. Literally, I have completed this book in 2 days only. Yes, it took me only 2 days, and I would say it's worth reading. In this book, she is not investigating other story. She is investigating her own case. Yes, literally her own case, which literally leads her to something very extraordinary, which I have not seen in any book. So I want everyone to read all the 3 books, and so I want every single one watching this video to read these 3 books. So the next book that I am going to recommend today is a book which I have read a long back ago, which I have read when I was in my 9th grade. It was a long time ago actually, and this book literally holds a special place in my heart, because this is one of the few books which I have read in my beginner era. So the book that I'm going to recommend today is The Hate You Gave by Angie Thomas. So in this book, the main character, Star Carter, she is living in USA with her parents, with her family, and she is a black girl. Okay, she is a black girl living in between of a bunch of white people. You guys might have heard about the difficulties faced by dark people in USA and all. So this is also a story which talks about that, the things faced by black people in America. This book talks about racism and a lot of stuff like that. On one night, her best friend Khalil, actually he was killed. He was shot by a police officer in front of her eyes. Yes, in front of Star Carter's eyes. She's a teenage girl. She decides to fight to get justice for her best friend. This book literally encourages everyone reading this book, including teenagers, to raise their voice against injustices. So this book can literally motivate every single one watching this video, and that's why I'm recommending this book to the teenagers out there. So the next book that I'm going to recommend today is The Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. So in this book also, there are mainly two characters. The first one is Kath, the second one is Ren. And both of them are identical twins. Yes, they are identical twins, and from their childhood, they have done everything. Literally everything together, went to school together, went to parties together, went to holidays together, everything together. They are raised by their father. And after completing their high school, Kath and Ren decides to go to two different colleges. If we take Ren, she's an extrovert. She wants to do partying, she wants to chill with her friends, like she wants to literally enjoy her college life. And if we take Kath, she's an introverted person. She has zero friends. Yes, her only friend is Ren. She does not want to be friend with anyone. Only hobby Kath have is writing fan fiction. And still, she fell in love. Yes, with her roommate's boyfriend. Sounds weird, but still she fell in love. And for Kath, if she literally wants to enjoy her life, she has to open her life for new experiences and joy in college life. This book literally shows how a girl copes the new changes around her, how she embraces the new changes around her, and therefore I'm saying it's a book which should be read by everyone who is going through a changing phase of their life. If you are a person who have completed your high school or your school, and if you are going to college, and you might be having a changing phase of your life, and therefore for such people reading this book is an win-win, because I have read this book when I was completing my 10th grade and I was going to my new school. So when I first read this book, I was actually, at certain points I was feeling very familiar to Kath, because zero friends. Yeah, when you are going to new school, we have zero friends. So when I went to a new school, I was having zero friends. So I felt a connection towards Kath, and therefore I'm saying for such people, this book is literally worth reading. So the next book that I'm going to recommend you today is Aristotle and Dante Discovers the Secrets of Universe. In the story, the main two characters, Aristotle and Dante, they became friends, and when they first met, they have nothing in common. Literally nothing in common, and they develop a friendship, and after some time, they seems to have a lot of things in common. And after a few months, they are separated, like both of them go to different colleges for their higher studies, and after a few time, both of them came to realize that they have something beyond friendship between them. Aristotle and Dante, both of them are boys, and they start to feeling they have something else between them, a kind of a romantic stuff between them. And it is floated in the year 1980s, like way too back from here. At that time, the concept like LGBTQ was not that much practiced, and which was literally alien, like an alien stuff to everyone. At that time, they feel a connection towards themselves, and they are literally confused. They don't know what is between them, but they clearly knew that there is something between them. This is a story which tells about the importance of love in life, and on the other hand, love is love. It does not have gender, color, creed, or nothing between them. And for the teenagers in this generation, this book could literally give you an idea about what sexuality is. So therefore, I am recommending this book to every teenagers watching this video. So the next book that I'm going to recommend today is Cinderella is Dead by Helen Byron. So in this story, the main character is Sophia. First of all, I will give you the hint about the story. The Sophia, she is a lesbian, and she is living in a royal country in which they have a tradition of a ball. Yes, a ball in which they will be selected by a man to get married. If they are not selected, they will be killed. Yes, they will be killed. She don't want to marry a man. She wants to marry her childhood best friend. She literally runs away from her country, which is a very autocratic country, which is highly protected. And she creates her own country where she gives every single one the right to be chosen, to live by their rules, to live by their wish. This book literally talks about the importance of freedom in our life. Freedom for everything. Everything, whom to get married, what to wear, what to eat, everything. Freedom is for everyone. It does not have boy or girl when it comes to freedom. Freedom is equal for everyone, and this book literally talks about it, and that's why I want every single one watching this video to read it. Last book that I'm going to recommend today comes under the genre self-help, and this book was gifted to me by my teacher, Kavita teacher. She's one of my favorite teachers. So that book is Ikigai for Teens. So this book is literally a guidebook for the young ones, like the teenagers out there who do not know what to do with their future, what to do in their future. Okay, so the term Ikigai means life goal or worthwhile life. So through this book, the author literally encourages us to make mistakes, learn from them, develop hobbies, and do the things that makes you happy, do the things that you have interested in, do the things that you are passionate about, and literally enjoy everything whatever the life gives us. So therefore I'm saying that this is one of the best books for every teenagers out there, and that's why I'm recommending this book today. I hope my recommendation helped you a lot. If you did, please like this video and also do subscribe to my channel, and also please do share this channel, the videos, everything to all you bookish loving friends. I'm so thankful to everyone watching this video because my channel is almost about to hit 1k subscribers very soon. So therefore please do subscribe, watch every single video out there. So see you on the next Saturday. Till then, bye.